Hello, my name is Kimberly Gutierrez and I'm the founder and CEO of Hyderport Incorporated. You need to be listening to the Nita B Experience.
It's who? It's me, Nita B, on the scene, with my headphones on my ears and my mic in my hand because I'm listening to the man with the master plan. It's who? It's me, Nita B, on the scene, with my headphones on my ears and my mic in my hand because I'm listening to the man with the master plan.
Anyhow, this is the Nita B Experience Radio Show. Real solutions for real people, helping people get where they need to be. I'm your host, Nita B.
It's your girl, Jenny Lee.
And we don't have Brother O tonight. Y'all make sure y'all keep him in y'all's prayer. I suspended him like the girl got suspended in Kevin Hart with the He wanted to take a selfie with me, so he got suspended. Now let me stop.
Trying to take a selfie with Nita B.
Now, you ain't gotta take a selfie now. You guys, I hope everybody had a great weekend. How was your weekend, Jenny Lee?
It was good, challenging. You know, I'm trying to stick to this diet regimen.
What diet? Tell us about it.
Well, it's not a diet. I'm going for healthier living, trying to eat right. And I just want to give a shout out to my cousin Christine. She hooked up my salad today. Oh, I'm telling you, baby put shrimp. Ooh. She shredded the lettuce just right. What? The tomatoes, the cucumbers. I told her I was giving her a shout out today. Thank you, Chris.
I know that's right. Shout out to Christine. She be throwing down. Yeah. She definitely throws down.
What you do this weekend?
What did I do? Don't ask me that. No, let me see. This weekend.
She in a relationship now. She got some business.
This weekend, you know, what did I do? What was Saturday? You know what? Actually, Friday, I chilled at home all day. I don't even think I worked. I didn't work.
Okay.
I didn't do no work. I was
she avoided the question. Were you alone?
Yeah. Boy, I tell these people putting you on Front Street, man. Were you alone?
Now she put it out on Facebook, and now I'm putting it on Front Street. Really?
You guys already know what time it is. It is time for the Nita B. You Need an Update segment. Brought to you by TND Management and Marketing and Cameraman Stan. Shout out to Cameraman Stan right here on my right. Every time you see those videos on YouTube and also on the website, y'all make sure y'all give Cameraman Stan a shout out. He also takes pictures as well, so y'all get ready. He's doing his thing. You know, I gotta make sure I tell him. Let me tell y'all this. So, y'all know Mama D from Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. So I'm at work. You know, I'm working, but I'm not working. Y'all pray for me. And I'm at work. And so I'm on Facebook. I'm scrolling down Facebook. And all of a sudden I see the Mama D's I Deserve video. You know her song, I Deserve, You Deserve Love, I Deserve Love. Sounded just like that. Sounded like the dude from Good Burger. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to watch the video. So I clicked on the video. I wasted 4 minutes and 18 seconds of my life.
It was horrible.
I was like, are they really struggling for money? Why am I whispering? I was like, are they really struggling? Are they really
you know what,
struggling for money? Speaking of, Scrappy was in the video, hugging his mama. And his little daughter. In that order. And I was like, seriously? So, you know, to each his own. I promise I'm gonna give you a singing career.
But what's up with the mamas on these reality shows? Cause what was what is his name? Jim Jones' mother.
I don't know who Jim Jones is.
Jim Jones in Love and Hip Hop New York.
I don't watch center shows. I'm sorry. No, I'm joking.
It's all on her Facebook. She don't watch it on TV. She's too busy watching it on Facebook. But his mother came out with a song called So Psychotic.
She messed up the word. She made a clothing line. It was like psycho or something. She put too many words in it.
Right.
So she changed it into.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it was a shot at his girlfriend. But yeah, but her song actually was successful.
Well,
I think it went viral actually.
Her clothing line.
Successful. I think Mama D's song is successful because they're making fun of her. You know what I'm saying? Like she's on Ricky Smiley Morning Show. They was like, do be like.
Next Frankie gonna come out with a song. You know Frankie,
Yeah, Keisha Cole. I was on crack. Now I'm
Cold Red. Van Down.
Oh man, y'all, we wildin' out. Shout out to Frankie there.
Now, you know, we are celebrating, well, not celebrating, but bringing awareness around breast cancer awareness for the month of October. And we know that many people are aware of breast cancer. However, many forget to take the steps to have a plan to detect the disease early. So I want everyone to visit the National Breast Cancer website at nationalbreastcancer.org. And there you can actually create an early detection plan. You can view educational resources and start a fundraiser to help provide mammograms for women in need. Sounds good, don't it?
It does sound good. They actually had a race for breast cancer this Saturday. I wanted to go, but I wasn't able to make it. But shout out to everybody. I know a few survivors. And so you guys, make sure, women, make sure you are getting your mammograms because it's very, very important. No age is, you're not too young. Make sure you're taking care of your body and, you know, make sure you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Absolutely. If you go to Coleman-Dallas.org, they'll give you locations where they're offering free mammograms.
Okay, good. So make sure you guys go ahead and check that out. News, some more news. Former American Idol contestant Joanne Borgella, I believe. She dies at 32 years old. So she was on American Idol. She died at 32 years old. I saw a video last year. Well, I saw it today from last year. She was in the hospital. She had been battling with the sickness. So you guys, let's make sure we keep her family lifted up in prayer. Now, who says that celebrities cannot be nice?
Everybody?
Well, check this out, guys. Y'all make sure y'all check this out. I know you guys have heard this. Check this out. You guys, that was Kevin Hart. I don't know if you guys have heard about it, but a lady in Nashville rental car, she was suspended for taking a selfie with Kevin Hart. And so he told them, you know, he made a video, put it on Instagram. He has over 1.2 million Instagram followers. And he said, give her job back. Because if it was me, I want to take a selfie myself too. So kudos to Kevin Hart.
Time out. I think he did that so that other people would be more inclined to do it as well. Because think about it. If you hear in the news that this lady got fired or suspended because she took a selfie with him, let's say he goes into another establishment. Do you know how many people would be more reluctant to take a selfie thinking that the same
you know what?
to him?
That's
to them?
true.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
better come on, life coach.
Now,
You better come on.
He ain't fooling nobody. He ain't nice. I know
That's a tax write-off. Don't let me stop. But you guys, make sure you stay tuned to the Nita B Experience Radio Show. To all my Cowboy fans, Cowboys won against the New York Giants last night, 31-21.
You know New York in the house. Come on.
That's all I was like, which way? But y'all lost though. Okay, tomorrow college football. Arkansas State versus Louisiana Lafayette. You guys, tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your granny, tell everybody you know this is the Nita B Experience Radio Show. Real solutions for real people, helping people get to where they need to be. We have a very special guest in the studio, and I'm so excited.
Yes.
So you guys, make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you're checking us out, NitaBExperience.com. Follow us on Twitter at NitaBExperience. Where can they follow you on Twitter?
They can follow me on Twitter under BX_honey
Still hadn't changed.
and Instagram at JSimmons1121. Don't think you know me because you know my last name.
Y'all stay tuned. That's New York people for you. Y'all keep them in your prayers.
I'm mad because we lost. I'm bitter. Excuse my attitude.
Y'all stay tuned. Having a hard time finding unique jewelry that will make a statement? Spat Boutique has just made it easy to find what you love. Spat Boutique specializes in jewelry made to enhance your style for work or play. Live, love, shop Spat at shopspat.com. If we wouldn't wear it, why buy it? This is the Nita B Experience Radio Show. Real solutions for real people. Helping people get where they need to be. I'm your host, Nita B.
It's your girl, Jenny Lee.
I tried to sound like you a little bit, Jenny.
I see.
I was like, this is not for me.
You did a great job, though.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I appreciate
That's what I'm talking about. She want her job next week. That's what she said. She gonna be on the phone with her friends. All right. You heard her sound?
Nuh-uh, you gave me a promotion. I got a promotion. Wait till y'all hear that. Now it's time for your Dream Big Encouraging Moment, brought to you by the Shanita Brown Foundation. Today's Dream Big Moment is titled, Get Over It. The devil is the God over the world, and he longs to be as powerful as our God, but he simply is a fraud, and anyone who is under him is an imposter of God's true blueprint. In the world, I was not known as Jennifer. I was known as Jim Boogie. But God knew that I would have to be known how to be called by a name other than my own. I had to be known how to be an addict so that I would know how to want and love something above myself. I had to learn how to be a fighter so I wouldn't be fearful when faced with opposition. I had to be rejected by those closest to me so that when the world rejected me, by telling them about a Savior who died for them, I would still love them. The word says to love your enemies. Understand that everything that happened to you in your past happened for a reason. God is preparing you now and has prepared you for all the things that he wants to give you in this world once you accept him. Isaiah 61:3 says that he will appoint to them who mourn beauty for ashes. You will earn the oil of joy for mourning and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, so that you may be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. So in your trouble, in your despair, in your tribulation, understand that there is a greater end to that. And with that will come great prosperity, happiness, joy, love, and peace. And that's your encouraging word for this movement.
You better say that. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all can send y'all offering to me for her. I'll make sure she gets 10%. No, that was my son, Jenny Lee. I don't want to. Jenny Lee, that's good.
Thank you. She put me on the spot, y'all. She's trying to develop me.
Amen. That's a good word. Now, in the meantime, in between time, you guys are on NitaBEXperience.com. You're on the website. What I need for you guys to do is click on that life coach tab. Yes, I am a certified life coach. And so call us 682-232-4644. You guys can email us at riseaboveitLCM@gmail.com. Let me help you get your life together. How about that?
She's really good, y'all. She's helping me right now, and it's not the easiest job. So,
but it's working.
Yes, definitely.
It's working.
My testimony coming soon on the website.
Already, that's what I'm talking about. So make sure you guys tell your people, tell your young people, especially your young people. I just want to encourage them and equip them for greater and for better things. So make sure you guys hit us up. riseaboveitLCM@gmail.com. Y'all got it? Follow us on Twitter at NitaBEXperience.com. Also follow Jenny Lee on Twitter. Where?
BX_honey. Hey, I got 2 extra followers from last week.
Okay, good. Good. That's what I'm talking about. You guys make sure you go ahead and like the Nita B Experience fan page on Facebook as well. Make sure you guys email us at info@NitaBEXperience.com. Coming up next, we got a very special guest. I'm excited about this young lady that is in the studio. She is going to bless your socks off, I'm telling you. So make sure you tell your mom, tell your daddy, tell your granny the time that you guys have been waiting for. I'm not going to tell you her name yet. I'm going to wait till we come back. Yeah, I'll stay tuned with NitaBEXperienceRadioShow.com. You need to be listening in my country voice. Okay, I'm going to work on it. Y'all stay tuned.
Are you interested in becoming a partner or a sponsor with the award-winning Nita B Experience Internet Radio Show? Then contact us at info@NitaBEXperience.com, and our marketing department will respond within 24 hours.
You heard her. Call us right now. Email us right now. No, let me stop. This is the Nita B Experience Radio Show. I feel like I was Devo for Friday. What dollar? Whatever.
She's a Devo during them coaching sessions.
You better stay with more emphasis
and more enthusiasm.
Say you can. hi, Naomi. Okay, got this Nita B Express Radio Show. Real solutions for real people. Helping people get where they need to be. I'm your host, Nita B.
It's your girl, Jenny Lee.
They got me up here acting crazy, y'all. I'm sorry. For those who have been following us on social media, you know we have a very special guest in the studio inside the Nita B Experience Radio Show. I'm so excited that she's here. Hopefully she'll come back. We need to make sure we get that on air and that she's coming back, because it'd be her word against ours. You guys, we have Kimberly Gutierrez. She is a clinical assistant at Baylor Medical Center of Dallas. She has 3 wonderful children, and she is also the member of Fellowship Church of Dallas. She enjoys spending her, look at me, I'm trying to get, she's single too. She enjoys spending her time with her children. Long walks on the beach. Ms. Gutierrez is the company's CEO, designed Hydroport after her youngest child was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in November 2011. Her mission was to make improved clothing for patients with medical devices to fulfill the need for a method to facilitate certain medical procedures. It will help patients retain their dignity while allowing convenient access. In addition, it will prevent the destruction of patients' clothing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for the CEO of Hydroport Designs, Miss Kimberly Gutierrez. How are you?
I'm great, thank you.
You're great. Thank you so much for coming to the Nita B Experience Radio Show.
Well, thank you for having me.
Are you enjoying yourself?
I am. Y'all are a trip.
Are you going to come back?
I will.
Okay, I want to make sure you're going to come. Y'all heard
Yeah,
it.
you got it on radio,
Yeah.
so I
all
will.
of America heard it. We got about 100 million listeners. They all heard it.
Okay.
So outside of what we already know, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about your Hydroport Design business.
So basically, like you said, I created it after my son was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. To me, I just basically wanted to simplify one component of his life-changing journey. There were moments where he was so lethargic and fatigued after chemotherapy, and he pretty much didn't want anybody touching him. So that's pretty much how it came about. And God's really blessed me. This has been a God-given idea, and without him, I give him all the glory, because without him, I wouldn't be where I am today. I prayed about it from the beginning, and it's actually it's brought me along the journey, and it continues, and he continues to bring me on, and it's getting to where it needs to be. So.
Man, that's good. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, that's good.
It's been a long journey and a hard journey, and he's with this experience, it's been life-changing, and so that's what's actually got me back into the church. And
good.
So it's changed a lot of things. It's changed my outlook on like my perspective on life, and with this, it's more than a shirt, it's a cause, because I've been on both sides of it, so I know what it's like, and I'm just trying to get the awareness out there. But it's not only for patients with cancer, it's for other patients like with G-tubes and just medical devices in general.
Okay, that's good. So does your son still have ALL?
He's actually in remission, so
Good,
he had a
Amen.
stem cell transplant last year, and so it's fully engrafted, so he's doing well.
So how does it feel that you say, like, sometimes tragedy has to happen in order for other people for us to help other people in a sense? So how does that make you feel?
You know, it's I think about this a time and time, and people have asked me, and to look back where I was 2.5, 3 years ago, I was in a dark place in my life, and to where I am now, I'm so much happier, and so it's brought me, it's unexplainable, because there are days I just feel like I'm overwhelmed, but God gets me through, and so it's opened my eyes to a lot of things about the pettiness and how I was, and so how I needed to change, and so that's what I kind of focus on. I focus on myself and how I can make things better, and how I can make things better for the patient itself. And like you said, for me, I want them to help them retain their dignity, and so I'm trying to reach the everyday fashionista, the everyday working man, the everyday child, because they want to feel like they're wearing normal everyday clothing and not being constantly reminded of their illness by wearing hospital gowns, because my son refused to wear the hospital gowns. He just wouldn't wear them. And so that's what I started, and one of the nurses just like, she's like, you have to, one of the nurses who actually talked me into pushing it further, and so that's how it came about.
That's a blessing. So basically your son said, no, you're going to make me something, because I'm not wearing this gal.
No, actually, I was thinking about this on the way here, and one night he was so just angry, and he didn't want anybody touching him. And the nurse came in to administer his medications and to draw blood, and he fought her. He wouldn't let anybody touch, him. And so when she walked out, it was just him and I. And when she walked out, I kind of tried to explain to him, you have to. This is where you have to get better. And he's just like, no, I'm done, And so I just took a plain white T-shirt out of the drawer at the hospital. I had a cup in the room. I borrowed some markers from the arts and crafts room and some scissors from the nurse's station. And I pretty kind of just drew out where his port was, and I cut a hole and I put the shirt on, ran his IVs through it. When she came back in, he was asleep. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is so great. Because she didn't have to wake him up, and she just administered his medications and took his blood. And she's like, this is just awesome. So I've had a couple of different designs until where I'm at now. And so I'm sticking with what I have now.
Wow.
Now, him not wanting to be touched, was that as a result of the illness or just frustration?
It was frustration. He endured a lot. Like in the first time he was actually diagnosed in the hospital for the first 4 weeks, it was hard on him, and it's hard on his body. And so just one night he was just overwhelmed with all the blood transfusions and all the medications, and it's toxic, and so he was just so fatigued, and he just didn't want to be touched. He just wanted to rest. And they, from going from your normal, well, not really normal everyday life, because he started getting sick like a month prior, but it just, from going where you were and to be in the hospital, to be pricked and poked and just people constantly in and out every 20-30 minutes, it's hard.
That's a lot on a child.
It really is.
Yeah,
I mean, it was hard, and it, just thinking back on looking at everything that we've been through, it was really hard.
Yeah,
so,
and it shows his strength.
Yeah, it really does.
Well, we do have a few listeners that are listening. One of our listeners said, does the shirt have a pocket to carry the device?
As far as what type of device are we talking about? Because we can customize it to the patients. So whatever the device they have, we customize to their needs. So it's all customized for them. Like one of the shirts, I think that you posted on Facebook, that's actually a cancer patient that's wearing it. And so her power port is in her chest area. So depending on what the type of device they have, we can customize it for their need.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Man, I like that. High port designs.
And it's God-given, and the fact that you even acknowledge that this was a God-given idea, and we know that it is because it's something that no one else has. But even in that, the enemy is so easy to come in and just bring doubt. So through the process, did you experience that? When you have moments where you thought that you couldn't do this?
I still experience that. So the answer to the question is yes. And you go through your phases where he throws certain things or people at you. And for me, it was always a few people he would use against me, and a couple of other things, but of course. And so he would try to deter me and take me off the path, but I'd pray about it. And, before I couldn't say, I was always stressing and worrying about things, and I just leave it in God's hands. And from the beginning, I prayed about it. I said, God, if this is what you really want me to do, you'll help me. I mean, being, I had to actually take a couple months off work. It was like 4 months, so I was on short-term disability, and only getting 60% of your income is nothing.
Wow.
So I prayed about it. I'm like, God, I can barely make my finances now. If this is what you want me to do, you'll provide me with the resources and the finances necessary. And He did. And so when I started the patent process, the resources came in, and it just continued to come in. And I pray about the next step. Okay, this is you. I don't know what I'm doing. This is not my area of expertise, but He showed me, and He did. And He brought the right people in my path, and and He provided me what I needed. And so but to this day, I still have doubt. But that is the enemy, and he never sleeps. And so I pray about it and move on. So.
And it's amazing, because my pastor says this all the time. He says that and I'm kind of paraphrasing, but he says that your purpose is already provided for. So like you were saying how, Lord, if this is what you want me to do, you have to provide. And He didn't release the provision until you walked into your purpose. Y'all send me an offering, because I just preached. Y'all stay tuned to the Nita Experience Radio Show. We have more with Miss Kimberly Gutierrez, CEO of How to Port Designs. Y'all stay tuned. Tell your mom, tell your dad, tell everybody, this is where they need to be listening to the Nita Experience Radio Show. It's going up. I'm sorry, I just had to do that. Y'all pray for me. I need one of them devices on my mouth like this. Maybe it help me sing better,
It's in a shockwave to her brain. I'm just
pray for me. Y'all pray for me. Y'all pray for me. Experience Radio Show. Real solutions for real people, helping people get what they need to be. I'm your host, Nita B.
It's your girl, Jenny. Feeling inspired right now.
I'm glad you do.
You guys, I wish y'all could really be here behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because our guest today is just
Phenomenal.
super phenomenal.
Yeah, she is.
And just to see the move of God in her life is just a blessing in itself. I just thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
Wow, I'm sorry not to come back on air. We're about to have a shout.
Go to church.
Go to church right now. For those of you who are just crazy, you know you say, get on. For those of you who are just tuning in, you guys, we have Miss Kimberly Gutierrez, CEO of Hotterport. CEO of Hotterport. We have her in the studio. We're just blown away, basically. Just blown away. For those of you who have already been tuning in, you already know what Hotterport is about. So you guys make sure we go out and we support Miss Kimberly. So Miss Kimberly, prior to your son getting sick, did you have any medical experience?
Well, I've been in the medical industry for the past 18 years of my life, and I started work. I actually worked at Children's for about 6 years. So I was always interacting with the kids, and when they'd go down after like heart transplants and stuff. So I've had some, but as far as like being in the medical field itself, no.
No. So this is nothing that you went to school for, you were trained for. It was just something that you just put on your heart to do.
Exactly. Again, no, it wasn't like that. Again, it was all God. I mean, because even with the original design, it was always something that like tugging at me that it needed to be changed and this and that. And with this last design, I mean, I just get such an overwhelming response about it because I have people all the time just, even without devices, I want one of those and where can I get this? And I'm like, just wait, it's coming out. But, so.
Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
We are very stylish.
Yeah, they're very stylish. Yeah, I'm gonna be rocking one day. Like, yeah, I got my Hotterport.
Y'all heard that, everybody? She said on the radio.
Oh, she's giving me back. Look, you all right. You all right. You said on the radio. That's a good one. We do have a guest. A listener asked, how long will it take for me to receive the shirt after I have placed my order based on where my device is located?
Well, it all depends. It's usually 7 to 10 days, but if you're wanting like a custom design, because actually we have custom transfers as well, and so depending on what you want on the shirt, or if you just want like a plain chiffon or whatever it is, but it's usually 7 to 10 days.
Okay, 7 to 10 days to do that. Okay.
Any price range you want to share?
Well, the particular shirt that I have in the studio with me now, that's 100% bamboo because it's easier on the skin. It actually feels like silk. And so those shirts usually go for around $35.
That's not bad.
No, it's not.
I'm thinking also these are good for heart patients because the EKG machine, I know when my mom was in the hospital, she had to keep a machine. They actually designed the gowns to have a pocket on the left side, and I see that the zipper is on the left side. So, Mom, if you want to be stylish, so when we're going to the hospital, we plead the blood of Jesus, but just in case.
Well, these zippers can actually be placed on a couple of the designs that I have. They're on both sides to where it looks like a design of the shirt itself. So they come in many different styles and colors. So if you want it like, camouflage, white on white, or if you want the silver with the gold, I mean, whatever it is. And then there's a couple other designs that have like leather trim. So I have a lot that I'm working on, and I've actually had someone ask me like breastfeeding mothers. And I've had, so I'm like, my mind's just like, my wheels are turning, and so it's taking off.
Open doors.
It is really opening doors.
I think that's awesome. That's phenomenal. I'm inspired. I'm real talk. I am inspired because this is something that everyday people don't think about. Everyday people think about, I want to get a hair shop or, grocery store, but this is something that everyday people don't even just consider. So I want to applaud you for just being obedient to the Spirit of God to move on this, because you're changing lives. I just see this going global. I'm telling you, everybody's going to be having a Hotterport shirt and jeans, Hotterport jeans, just Hotterport everything. So I'm inspired. So how can people contact you if they want to get a shirt or they want to look at some of your designs? How can they contact you?
Right now, we're working on the website, so I actually should have been up a while back, but the company I was working with, we had to scratch that and start over. So about the next 30 to 45 days, we will have the site up. They can find us on Facebook at Hotterport Inc. You can actually reach me on Facebook myself. Just look under Kimberly Gutierrez, or you can reach me at hideaportinc@gmail.com.
Okay. Say that one more time.
hideaportinc@gmail.com or Facebook.
Okay. Great. So you guys make sure you check her out, and we will have her on our website as well on Facebook, YouTube, so you guys can actually see the design, because we're gonna get a TV show one day. Because I'm telling y'all, the radio does not do it. It does not do it justice. So we want to thank Miss Kimberly Gutierrez, CEO of How to Port, for being on the Need to Be Experience radio show and just being inspiring. I'm pretty sure everybody that's listening, they are inspired in some type of way. So, and even to your son, you know, we send prayers his way. We know everything is gonna be great. Well, he's doing great. He's doing great, and everything happens. I want to say this: everything happens for a reason, you guys. And the Bible says that the good and the bad, everything works out for the good according to God's riches in His glory. So we might look at something like, oh, this is a bad situation, or this is tragedy, but look how things turn around and it works out for our good. And we all have our own journey. We all have our paths that we have to walk and we have to follow. But at the end of the day, you know, she didn't have the education behind it. She didn't have the money behind this. She was telling us a little bit about her testimony on break. If you have a willing heart in the obedient spirit, you never know what God can do in the doors that He can open. So you guys be inspired. And whatever it is God is nudging at you to do it. Don't question it. Just do it. Because at the end of the day, you will reap if you faint not. I'm just telling y'all, and I'm inspired. So you guys make sure you support her. We're gonna have everything on the website so you guys can see it. How to Port. Make sure you email her howtoportinc or howtoportinc@gmail.com. You guys can call her at 469-684-0139. And this is stuff that needs to be blasted because it's changing lives. It's making people feel good even when they're not comfortable. So it's making people feel good. So you guys, let's go ahead and support her, Miss Kimberly Gutierrez, founder and CEO of How to Port Inc. Or How to Port. I'm sorry, I'm reading. Look at me. I'm getting all emotional. Let me get off the radio. You guys make sure. Same time, same place. Next week, you guys. The Need to Be Experience radio show. Real solutions for real people. Where you need to be listening. Next week, I don't know who we have, but y'all make sure y'all tune in. Thank guys, everybody who listened, everybody who tuned in. Thank you again. Thank you for Kimberly Gutierrez. We're sending prayers and shout outs to Brother Will Odom.
We miss you, Will.
Yes, we miss you. Get here. Oh, you need to call Tyrone? Just get here. Just get here. Right there, you guys, we're going to end out on a good note. We got JESUS. Make sure you guys go ahead and support me. That's my single. JESUS. You guys can go ahead and find it on iTunes, Amazon, and also CD Baby. JESUS, because without him, nothing would be possible. I'm sorry. Y'all stay tuned. Need to Be Experience Radio Show. Jenny Lee, thank you so much. Where can they find you?
But you know what? BX_honey or J Simmons 1121.
I'm trying to get you married.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yes, I'm still single. I forgot to put that out there.
Yes, I'm single. I don't have that testimony no more. Thank you, Jesus. All He do.
And she tells me every chance she gets.
I sure do.
I'm happy for her. Amen.
Because I'm happy.
Shout out to Nita's boyfriend.
Shout out to my boo. Shout out to you, baby. All right, y'all stay. See y'all next week.
She cheated to the